Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with an update for the Eternal Masters. We have the quantity that each store is going to be received. So I think that with this announcement, with the number, which is extremely low, this is very comparable to Modern Masters 1. In fact, this is smaller so far than Modern Masters 1. As when Modern Masters 1 was released, Advanced stores received 12 cases each. I don't think Advanced Plus even existed quite yet. I think it was like Basic, Core, Advanced were the levels for Wizards Play Network, and now they've kind of done this to Core Advanced and Advanced Plus, or these are the only ones that are eligible to receive the Eternal Masters. And so Core is going to be the vast majority of your local game stores. I'd say most of them are between Core and Advanced. My local game store, Gone Rogue Games, is only at Core level right now. We are just almost to the Advanced level, so it's kind of disappointing we didn't make it to the Advanced level for the Eternal Masters because, again, this is going to be a highly coveted set because of the small allocation. So I do not think that there's going to be a new format quite yet called Eternal. I think it's still going to be Legacy because this is not going to make a dent in the amount of supply. It's going to elevate some of the prices for Legacy, but I think it's going to have a very similar thing as or similar effect that Modern Masters 1 did, which was actually make the prices of Legacy go up. Modern Masters 1, we saw Tarmogoyf at the release of Tarmogoyf, it doubled in price almost after Modern Masters 1 was released. And a lot of people say it was because you open it, a lot of people invested in Modern Masters 1 or opened Modern Masters 1, especially went to the Las Vegas Grand Prix and they open up a Tarmogoyf, like, okay, I'm already 1/3 or 1/4 the way there. That means that I can just pick up my other Tarmogoyfs and get a playset. We saw the amount of players after Modern Masters 1 just like triple, I would say, in the amount of people playing Modern. And Modern Masters 1 did absolutely nothing to elevate the prices of Modern, and in fact increased the prices on a lot of the Mythics. And within a year, all of the cards that initially went down from the reprinting of Modern Masters 1 actually went up after that. So anywho, I expect a very similar effect on the market, and this is not enough to really support a new format. This is again going to be so minute of a amount of quantity going into the marketplace that I think that is actually going to make Legacy go up in value. So if you have any investments in the reserve list, I highly say that right now is the time to pull the trigger. So let's just talk about the exact amount of quantity. So again, I am Core, so I'm going to receive 2 to 3 cases. That's kind of weird. I don't know what if you're barely Core, it's 2, and if you're like on the almost on the advanced level, which is what my local game store is, maybe get 3. And then advanced level gets 3 to 6. So again, I think that the vast majority of local game stores are going to fit within these categories. And then you're going to have more of the premier stores get around 6 to 12 cases. But that is not a lot. As you see that the booster display only has 4 boxes per per case. I believe that's what that says. 24 boosters per display and 4 displays per carton. So it is, this is going to be an insanely limited. So I'm going to get between 8 and 12, and I 100% guarantee that my local area is going to eat those up. So a store like mine is going to prioritize it to my local player base, and if we have anything left over, I think maybe I'll be able to prioritize it to fans of the show. So if you're trying to pick up an Eternal Masters box, definitely in June, email me and I'll see if we have any left. But yeah, it's just going to be a very small. Maybe they will release another release set, because they did this Modern Masters 1. They were very conservative and just had that initial run, and then they did do a re-release of Modern Masters, which I believe, according to Darium's, he received 12 the first time around and then 9 the second time around. So it was a very limited amount of products. So here's the MSRP. Again, is $10, or that's roughly $240 per box. And I've been talking to some vendors, and they really think this is going to be around $15 for booster pack is what the MSRP is going to jump up to, because again, there's Force of Wills in foil that are in this set. So it's going to be highly demanded by the Legacy crowd, and there is plenty. We had the largest Legacy tournament this past August ever, and even though that Legacy pales in comparison to the number of people getting into Modern, Standard, and Commander, Magic as a whole is still growing by leaps and bounds. We had the greatest sales year or sales quarter ever with Battle for Zendikar, and it's just almost every year has beat the previous year since, I would say, Zendikar. After about Scars of Mirrodin, we had the huge explosion during Ravnica, Return to Ravnica, and then Theros was huge, and then Khans was huge, and then Battle for Zendikar was huge. So we've had this very steady growth, and even if just a very small percentile of those players move over to Legacy, that is still going to outstretch the supply for how many cards are out there, especially the reserve pool. And I still think eventually we're going to have a format without the reserve list, and that is when a lot more people are going to get into Legacy, and we'll probably see like Eternal Masters 2, when they decide to, okay, we're going to either abolish the reserve list or make a format without it, and then we're going to print a larger print. This is just like a teaser set, just like Modern Masters 1. Their goal is going to be Eternal Masters 2. Modern Masters 1 was the teaser, get people into the format. Modern Masters 2 is where they made the tons and tons and tons of sales on the product. So you can even think when they do this little tips of the trade. So this guy throws these booster boxes or prizes into a special events, which is a lot of local game stores. A lot of people have like what they call blind auctions, where you don't know the other auction price, so you just bid, and the highest bidder gets. I think a lot of stores do that with Commander Arsenal, as that was a very, very small print run as well. So again, if you really, really, really want one of these Eternal Masters, give me an email. I can't send outside of the United States, but I can send within the United States, and I'd like to give back to my Rogue Deck Builder fan base. I do think that we are going to be close, if not to capacity, with my demand in my local scene. But if I do have any Eternal Masters booster boxes left, I'm definitely going to. I consider you guys my local games, or my local players as well. So all of the support I've received in the past 2 years from my YouTube fan base and my RogueDeckBuilder.com fan base, this is a way I can give back. Maybe I'll bundle it with some a Rogue Deck Builder playmat or something, or we'll do like a contest to receive an Eternal Masters booster box. So I know a lot of you will not have the opportunity, especially if you live in a larger demographic. If you're in a bigger city, these are going to be sold out immediately, and it's going to be the high rollers that pick these up. But I want to at least give back where I can, so definitely shoot me an email around June, and we'll try to work something out if you need a booster, if we have any boosters left over. So lastly, let me reiterate what I'm saying. This is not enough product to make a dent in Legacy. Legacy prices will not go down. Maybe some Force of Will Mythic especially is not going to go down. I expect Force of Will to actually go up, not down, the same way that we saw Tarmogoyf. I also think that we're going to see some of the big name speculators like Star City Games and some of these larger vendors start to buy out a lot of the reserve list, and actually start to at the release of this set, start to kind of gauge the market demand, and then adjust accordingly. Like, they know that a lot more people are going to Legacy, they'll start picking up for the long term those Force of Wills and those Wastelands and those Rashadan Ports, if Rashadan Port is reprinted. I think there's a ton of cards that are over the $100 mark that aren't on the reserve list that are easily be able to be printed in this set. So keep your eye out on it. We've already seen a lot of movement in the Legacy staples, and this is just going to increase that movement significantly without we know the quantities. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this set. Is it too little, too big, too not impactful? I don't think this is going to do much at all as far as getting people into the format of Legacy. It's just going to those people that decide to open up these Eternal Masters booster packs might be persuaded if they open up like a couple Wastelands or something to try out the format. But overall, it's not enough. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.